Look at how many homeless people are in the city. Do you think they're all mental health or sound?
Hmm.
I don't know.
I mean, it looks like at least half of them have something wrong. No?
I mean, but
This is interesting. And actually, you mentioned this to me a little earlier
I
today.
did.
So I wonder how this plays in.
Sure.
Because it might be like it just might be of consequence then. So explain what you told me before.
So where I work, I had like an hour and a half long lunch break with one of my coworkers, and he said that before he worked here, he worked 6 or 7 years at a homeless shelter. And I never met anyone who worked at a homeless shelter. So I asked him, what do you do there? Like what is the job there? And he basically says you take in homeless people and you feed them, you maybe give them some clothes, and you try to help them. You try to help them get a job, you try to help them like organize their life, plan stuff out. You're like, apparently from the way he described it, you take people in and you're trying to help them. Um like you said, some of them are on drugs, and I asked him, "That's very kind. That's very good of you. Aren't you helping these people a lot?" And he said, "Not all of them really want to be helped.
Yeah.
Some of them they just want the free foods and just the like the blankets, the roof over their head. They don't go in there with the idea of I'm going to put my life together. They go in there just to like be taken care of for a little bit,
Right.
and then when they eventually get kicked out because they're not showing any progress after 2 to 6 months, they have to let them go because you know it's not a substitute for their life. They have to like improve. They're there to help you, not to take care of you. And that made me like, and he said not everyone was like that, but like especially people who did drugs, they definitely they didn't have any real interest in trying to like get a job or come clean. They just wanted to just keep doing, like, I can't live anyone's life for them. I can reach my hand out like to pick them up or like drag them somewhere, but it's their responsibility to grab on.
Yeah. There are no like systems in place though to help them, There is no I don't think there is a system that is like, here, I'm going to help you. Like, I mean, if
Yeah.
you want to truly get better, like the best option that you see available is probably like a rehab center.
Yeah.
And those are
Expensive.
astronomical costs. Like our insurance probably covers 15% of it almost.
No way.
That's like the max that they'll cover for it. Yeah. And like you go there and it's like you've seen the commercials for it probably. It looks like a holiday resort.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you go there and you're drug free, but you're like living the life. And then like you come back
Quote,
to
unquote.
the like even your family probably forced you to go there. They forced you to go on a holiday with no drugs, and I'm sure that sounds great to a lot of people. And they come back and that the stress of everyday life comes back, getting a job, having to pay bills, and they don't know how to handle it.
And then that pack of Newports just looks really appealing,
Yeah, I mean,
and
the thing about
another, you buy a needle.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about vacations is vacations are temporary. Once you're gone, once you come back from your Caribbean vacation or your summer camp,
Yeah.
welcome back to real world, and now all the realities come smashing you in the head, and you're like, oh, I'm feeling very strong emotions right now. I need something to dull that pain away.
Yeah.
And back to square one.
But you guys think there could be a better system instead of having something that causes them like a great change in emotions, no?
If what you say is true, that the insurance only covers 15%, I think maybe a good idea would be to cover more for the first time.
Yeah.
So this way, maybe 15% for second, third, like if you keep making
like
a
first
mistake.
offense, you mean?
Yeah. Because if you make a mistake, if you're addicted for the first time, not everyone is not everyone is like going down the path of self-destruction. Some people just did it because they fell victim to it, and these people could have beautiful lives to lead if someone could just, if they're willing to work and you're willing to help, they could get their life back on track. It's hard if what you said is true. If it's only 15%, you're going to look at that and be like, well, if I do this, I'm going to be really in debt and really stressed out, and I'm gonna do the drugs again.
Yeah, that I feel like that's a huge thing, right? It's probably just a self-feeding loop.
Yeah, and
Whoa.
these like rehab centers, they skew the success rates. It's your success rate is based on if you complete the program, not if you,
What does
No way.
if you relapse. Yeah,
what
kind
does
of-
a program do? Just like lowers your amount intake until you stop.
if you complete the program. So if you're clean by the end of it, not taking drugs while you're there.
I guess they have some arbitrary standards that you have to meet
Yeah,
to like leave the place, your holiday resort, your
Yeah.
little Bahamas.
But this still falls in.
Beachside.
It falls into place of like being a vacation or just a break. It's like, yeah, you stopped, but the second you're out that door, there's no reason why I just don't do it again.
Wow, that's crazy.
which is probably why they're allowed to charge so much too.
That's so stupid. I mean,
Is this government
I
paid
personally
or
don't
private
think that's
paid?
smart.
These rehab centers.
Good question.
If it's government paid, then it should be fixed. If it's privately paid, it should be fixed. But I don't think that they're gonna do it. It's just free money
Well,
at that point.
obviously, we know that government would probably not fix it anyway, though. I've also like I've been trying to search this stuff up, and I've gotten like help is available from Google like 5 times already. So I'm very concerned now that I'm probably gonna get flagged several times, and like my parents are gonna get or like I don't know.
You're already on like 5 different lists, Pete.
Yeah, they're gonna probably like send some people to my house and be like, yeah, so we saw you had these these interesting searches lately.
They
Are
should.
you okay?
They should.
But you see that actually wouldn't be terrible. It's just
But
like
why would I?
what kind of
respond?
costs would society incur for that first? And second, yeah, like I would be like I've been doing a podcast episode about this stuff. Like I'm actually okay. You don't have to worry about me.
What about self-denial? You know, what if people are on drugs and they say I don't have a problem? Now what? Now you need an intervention or a baseball bat, whichever works.
Yeah, that's the thing though. You have to be able to take constructive criticism, because if you can't take it, then it's like, you know.
Okay, Pete, give me constructive criticism.
I think your eyebrows are a little too bushy today.
Well, you know what, Pete? Life isn't
should-
about you and your sense of style. Maybe I like my eyebrows this way. Maybe I want my eyebrows to be as pointy as the Eiffel Tower, Pete. God!
I think we need a certified intervention
Oh man, that's tough.
and probably high school diploma only.
Yeah.
No bachelor required.
I mean, like, it's hard because, you know, some people... I don't necessarily want to say nobody wants help, but there are, like, people who make it really difficult. Like, they wall themselves in, whether it's through denial or fear. Like, maybe they don't want to be judged. Like, you know, if I was addicted to something and I came out, or my parents had an intervention and became, like, public, or all my friends knew, I probably would feel a little embarrassed or humiliated, because even if everyone is supportive, you have that self-embarrassment that you're like, now everyone knows that I fell victim to this. So that probably doesn't help at all.
Yeah.